Over 300 million naira gone. And yet more than 17 people are still not free. Imagine that for a second. A whole community comes together, sells what they have, borrows money, calls distant relatives, struggles day and night just to raise a ransom, hoping their loved ones will finally come home. Then after all that sacrifice, they are told some of them are still being held. That is exactly what is happening right now in Kaduna State. These victims were taken during an attack on their community. It was not a random incident. It was one of those sudden raids where people are going about their normal lives and in a moment, everything changes. Families are separated, people are forced out, and within minutes, dozens are gone. As expected, the kidnappers made their demand, a huge one, around 300 million naira. Now think about that amount again. This is not a rich community. These are everyday people, farmers, traders, parents, people who already work hard to just survive. Raising that kind of money is not something you do easily. It means selling land, it means emptying savings, it means going into debt. But they still did it. Because when it is your family, nothing else matters. After all the effort, the money was reportedly paid, and for a moment, there was hope. Some victims were released, families reunited, tears of relief, people thinking the nightmare was finally over. But it was not. Because more than 17 people are still being held. And that is where this story becomes even more troubling. Because it raises a question many people are now asking quietly. What is the point of paying ransom if it does not guarantee freedom anymore? This is where things start to feel different from what people used to expect. In the past, as painful as it was, families believed that once the money was paid, their loved ones would come back. It was not a good system, but at least there was some level of certainty. Now, that certainty is fading, and that is dangerous. Because it means families are left in a position where they don't even know what will happen next. Do they try to raise more money? Do they wait? Do they hope? Do they give up everything again just for another chance? Put yourself in their shoes. You sell everything you have, then you sit down waiting for a call, waiting for good news. Every phone ring makes your heart jump. Every delay feels heavy. And then you hear that the people you love are still not free. That kind of situation breaks people. And this is not the first time something like this is happening. Kaduna State has been in the news again and again because of incidents like this. Communities have faced repeated attacks. People have been taken from villages, from roads, even from places of worship. And each time, the story follows a similar pattern. Attack, abduction, demand, payment, uncertainty. Over time, it has created a kind of fear that goes beyond the victims themselves. It spreads into the entire community. People start changing how they live. They avoid traveling at certain times. They stay indoors more. Farmers stop going to their land. Businesses slow down. Life begins to shrink. And when you look deeper, you start to see the bigger problem. If ransom payments no longer guarantee release, then the situation becomes even more complex. It means the system is becoming less predictable. It means those responsible are becoming more confident. And it means the risk for families is even higher. Because now, even after doing everything they can, there is still no clear outcome. There have been past cases that many Nigerians still remember. Situations where students were taken from schools, communities were attacked, and families had to wait for weeks or even months. Some ended well, some did not. But this current situation feels like a new level, because it's not just about paying and getting people back anymore. It's about not knowing what happens after you pay. And that changes everything. It changes how people respond, it changes how communities prepare, and it changes the emotional weight of every decision families have to make. Right now, somewhere in Kaduna, there are families still waiting, still hoping, still checking their phones, still praying that the remaining victims will come back safely. And for them, every single day feels longer than the last. This is not just a news story. It's a reality that is affecting real people, real families, real communities. And the truth is, until something changes, stories like this may continue to repeat. If this story made you think, take a second to like the video and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow and keeps you updated on important stories like this. There is more to this situation that people are not talking about yet.